Good day. Today I want to talk about the myth of the stingray as a proof of aliens coming to coastal Yoruba land. Yes, I don't want the tape to be too long because posting it and people watching it with much data. So I will just summarize what I have to say. Now, if you look, Ugborodo people in Ishakiri, Ureju people in Ishakiri, Ugbo people in Ilaje, Itebo Olero people and Odeomi people in Ijebu water side. I don't know whether the myth spread down to Awori. There is a myth that in those days, stingray upwepwe normally comes to carry, stingrays normally come to carry people. I was wondering seriously what that legend could mean. In Oraju, the stories are concerning a spiritual man called Olero, Olu-Ero. That is the king of sacrifices, or this king who makes things soft. It's the same in all the languages, but this Olu-Ero, he has people. Some people say he lived at Oreju. Some people say Tebo Olero. Some people say in Ugbo. It depends. Some Shakiri call him Yoruba. Some Yoruba call him, some Shakiri call him Elijah. Some Elijah call him Shakiri. Some Ijebu call him Shakiri. Some Shakiri call. So what I see there might be many Olero, or it might be a dynasty that was ruling that area before, maybe similar to Olagwe's dynasty, because of the way the story is putting Olero in different places. It might be someone who was a king over a wide area and who, being overthrown, has nobody actually knew where he was, being in the riverine area. Other forces like Ginwa's people have overthrown him, and others. That's my own perception, because when you hear a story and the placement of Olero in different places, but that is not the major issue. The major issue now is that this Olero is the one beloved of the Ureju people who was using this stingray to move. Now, I cross-examine. Even one guy wrote a very long article in on Facebook describing one Elijah boy, how the people from Ugbo moved to Ugborodo, and their movement on the stingray. How the stingray normally comes to Elijah land, and so on. How the Olugboduro Mokun, after they killed his daughter for revealing the Oro of Umalokun. So he carried his people into the sea and killed all of them. So some of them who survived came back to the walk. There are many traditions of it. Some say they divided the sea in the manner of Moses and walk on dry land on the sea until they get to Ugborodo. Others say they floated on the others say upwepwe carried them. The stories are many about the thing, but the thing is that when Ugbo, when the man carried his people into the sea for Umalokun festival, Olugbodoromoku, so many of the people died, and the remnants who did not die came to Umalokun. Olugbo went back home and started repopulating Ugbo again. That is about 1200 AD, between 900 AD to 1200 AD. So the date is shifting. We don't really know the time, but it was a long time ago. So that is that. So if I come now to examine that thing, which type of fish, which type of stingray will be able to carry human weight. Now, the shape of the stingray. Some of them will say at times they used to enter inside the stingray. Yes, they used to enter. They were not on the back of the stingray. They enter, a type of stingray they can enter. Then in the Olero story, they say the last time Olero came with the stingray, his body was transfigured. Like Moses, Elijah, and one that appeared to Jesus and the disciples. And they were transfigured. Or like the face of Moses when he was coming from Mount Sinai to take the 10 Commandments. So my conclusion is this. Those stingrays were not stingrays at all. They were UFOs. They were what they call flying saucers. Because when an illiterate man or a man not in our time says something, he must describe it with what he knows. Has any of you, Ishekiri and Elijah, please, you are the people who mostly have a Ijebu water side people, especially Ishekiri from Ureju and Ugborodo and Omadino. They are the ones who are always talking about this stingray of a thing. Have you ever taken a good look at what you both call UFOs? If you have not, please, I will redo this tape and try and meet an expert to add pictures of this, what do they call it, of this UFO side by side with our stingray, so that you judge for yourself whether our olden days people were not calling another thing with something that looked like it. I think that is what they were doing, just like Ezekiel, who was very, very sure he saw people in spaceship and he was calling them cherubim because he was used to cherubim coming to him. So I think our ancestors, as Ureju, Ugbo, Itebu Olero, Odeomi, that is from Ishekiri water side, right down to Ijebu water side, because they were one family. They said so in their oral traditions. It's exactly one people, but after spread and other people joining them, their languages have now small variations. And again, with change of time and circumstances and intermarriages with others. The Ishekiri, the Elijah, and the Ijebu waters, they don't exactly speak the same language, but they can understand, they can still understand one another. So please do more research on this. I will add the two pictures for any doubting Thomas to see whether our people were not really confusing flying saucers for stingray. So, but to me, I think our people are confusing flying saucers for stingrays. Thank you.